Hi, this is Josias from Personal. I'm the CEO at Personal. A few days ago, we had a chance to sponsor Hotel and Spa Tech Live in London, and it was actually quite great to share our experience, our feedback, and to learn more about the industry as well, and to receive feedback from hoteliers, from other vendors from this industry, and yeah, and also we also had a chance to speak about loyalty, sales, and marketing personalization through a seminar. And since we didn't record the seminar, I thought that it was potentially a good idea to just do what I'm doing right now and share what we shared with our audience there. If you have any questions, feel free to write me an email at josias@personal.com, personal with an I. Josias, that's Josias @personal.com, personal with an I. And I'll be more than happy to help. So, great. So let me do just like this. Great. So we all know this is a crowded space. And one of the reasons for this is because we love experiences and because we need to be in different places. Actually, industry revenue has grown at a 4.7% per year, actually, over the last 5 years, while demand for hotel rooms has outpaced supply. So there is something happening right here. And this represents both things. It represents an opportunity and a challenge. And all this forces you to think outside of the box in order to be relevant and to keep your business growing. And there is one thing, only one thing that doesn't change. And this thing is actually that things change all the time. New technologies, new challenges, new tools, new markets, new segments, new customers, new trends. So all this changes all the time. So even if you have only worked in sales and marketing for, let's say, a year, I'm pretty sure you have noticed a huge change. Customers have evolved, and with them, the available technology stack to better interact with them. Just imagine for a second a world without, I don't know, maybe without MailChimp, or without something as basic as a PMS, or even without an autoresponder that does the job for you while you are on vacation. So, but basically everything's changed. But for example, your products and obviously your value proposition, chances are that all this changed in the last maybe 4 years, 5 years, even 12 months. Your prices, they change all the time based on several contextual triggers. What else changes? Maybe your audiences are constantly changing. I'm pretty sure your audience demands a unique approach according to their needs, according to their budgets, and at least this is what experience and data shows us or tells us. So, in the end, there are more obvious, not only trends but things that are actually happening right now that gives us a lot of information about these trends. There are two main trends in the hospitality and travel industries that I'm pretty sure you have already noticed. The first one is that mobile is actually changing a lot of our behaviors, a lot of the things we do from both perspectives, as companies and as customers. So, for example, mobile booking represents more than 30% of overall booking in Europe. This is actually huge. And if you go to other geographies, it is actually a bit more, and in other places it's a bit less. But in general, let's stick to this 30%. So another trend: marketing personalization. In-house marketers who are personalizing their web experience see on average a 19% uplift in their sales. And this is actually a lot. Just to give you an example, and this is actually a terrible example. Before our trip to London, this event took place in Excel London. So just a few days before, I actually got into Booking.com to get this screenshot that you see here. So at this stage, we already had our accommodations all booked, all planned for this trip. But even then, Booking.com was still recommending other places to stay in that location, which doesn't really make that a lot of sense. But this is marketing personalization in their website. which represents an uplift in their sales. Obviously, this is a terrible example. This is a way you shouldn't be doing personalized marketing at all, because in this case, it doesn't make sense. But because they could have recommended maybe renting a car, or maybe other activities, restaurants, etc., things that could be more appealing to my experience according to my my buying cycle in this case. But more marketing personalization trends. I mean, most of our clients, for example, use email marketing as their main communication channel, and most companies out there still use email marketing as their main communication channel. And the main reason for that is because it works, and because it is actually quite cheap, and because most of our audiences in general give or have no issue, no trouble sharing their email. And it's not obviously the only communication channel. You still have SMSs, multimedia messages, even other channels like WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, chat box, etc. So there are several channels. But email marketing is still actually the king. So when done right, the ROI you can actually get from an properly created email marketing campaign is actually huge, as you can see here on the screen. So we are talking about more than 400%. So to be specific, even about 440% from an ROI perspective. So this means that this is pretty much similar to I mean, if you say that for, let's say, for every 40, or I mean, this is $40, sorry, for every, you would get $40 for every dollar that you spend on marketing, email marketing in this case, which is actually huge. So in terms of ROI, personalized email marketing is actually the way to go for most of the companies out there. We speak to a lot of companies now. Specifically, we speak to a lot of hotels. And you would be impressed, or maybe not, about the amount of hotels that don't use personalized marketing at all. And in this case, in this context, personalized email marketing at all. Not even a simple name. When we are seeing here, according to what other experts, not only us, say, is that you can get a higher ROI from your email marketing strategies if you use personalization. More things. Let's go to video. Which is basically one of the things we do at Pirsonal. So, as you know, generic videos, they convert really well. They work actually really well. And video is the type of content that, in most of the cases, delivers the best type of ROI. It is actually the one of the most expensive type of content to create, but it is the type of content that delivers the best type of ROI in most of the cases. Now, if we talk about personalized videos, we are talking about a higher conversion rate. So this is actually huge, and we see this with our clients all the time. More information about personalized videos. So here we are talking about the CTR. CTR is the click-through. So that's basically, let's say that from the amount of people that opened your email marketing campaigns, how many of them clicked in the call to action you had in that email. So that's basically what you see with personalized video, a higher click-through, and we see this with our clients all the time. More things. From a conversion perspective, because a higher click-through doesn't mean that you are converting more. It just means that you have more people open your content, which is already great, but it is not all you need in most of the cases. It depends on your KPIs. But if you are conversion oriented, and I hope you are, we are talking that with personalized videos, you are getting a higher conversion rate. You are getting higher conversion rates, which is even better. A few days ago, I was talking to one of our clients about conversion rate. Another client of us got, and in their case, their one of their KPIs is happy people that don't call them back because they understand their terms. So in this case, this company went from about 5% click through to about 25%. That's a 20%, about a 20% uplift in their conversions, which is actually quite good. So when done properly, when done smartly, with the right type of strategy, you can create robust, personalized marketing strategies using not only video, but also images, text, etc. It's a full approach. Why? Because in the end, we are talking about being relevant to your clients, to their needs. If you are not being relevant to what they need, to their context, to their budgets, to their experience, in the end, what you're delivering is noise. Delivering noise equals not getting the type of revenue you should be getting from each one of them, each one of your clients. And in the end, we're talking about war. And this war is about being or not being relevant. It's about gaining more clients or not. It's about increasing the revenue per client or not. It's about getting them to come back to you or not. So this is war. And there are other companies that are doing an amazing job at being relevant to their clients, to their needs, to their context. And the more relevant you are to each one of your clients, the better conversion rates you get. And this is all what we're talking about right now. Let me go to, oops, sorry about this. Just stick with me for a few more minutes and we'll get here. So in the end, we are talking about strategies, we are talking about individualization, we are talking about technology, we're talking about data and creativity. And this is all what marketing personalization is about. In our case at Pirsonal, what we do is that we believe that our clients, our customers, audiences they're not the same. Each individual is actually quite different from another individual. I always use this example. I'm happily married and have a little boy, and the way I travel right now with my wife and my little boy is not the same way. And the places we stay at, etc., in like hotels, etc., are not the same hotels where we used to stay when we were only the both of us, my wife and I. And because if we go to a hotel that has an amazing spa, we won't enjoy it in the same way because it's either my wife or myself taking care of our little boy, or maybe we got lucky and we have someone that would take care of him, which he's just 2 years old, so that 2-year-old that's not going to happen. So my needs, our needs are not the same needs that maybe my parents have, or my brother has, or maybe a young couple that just got married and maybe are on their honeymoon have. We all have different needs. So when you take into consideration all this content, all this context, and take into consideration their needs, their budget, their context, their experience, what they have already bought, the days they're going to stay in this or that location, if it is during the weekend or during the week, if it's a long stay or a short one, etc. When you take all that into consideration, how many of them are, etc., you would be creating relevant content, relevant advertising, relevant marketing communications, relevant offers according to their needs, according to their experience, their context. And when you do that, you get higher conversions. So are they all the same? They're not. They're not. They're totally different, each one of them. They might be part of the same segment, but they are different. They might be all maybe guests from the US or from Germany or from Spain or from wherever you're based. But even then, they are different. They have different needs. Another way to look at it is if you have maybe 3 people that are about to order a drink. One might drink, one person might order coffee because maybe he or she's sleepy. Another person might order maybe Coke because maybe she just or he wants just to refresh himself, or maybe a beer because because he likes or she likes drinking beer. So they all are part of the same segment, but they all have different needs. They all have different budgets, different expectations. So when you understand this from a marketing perspective, from a messaging perspective, offer perspective, etc., then you will be starting you will start creating a relevant marketing strategy that makes sense according not to your needs, but according to their needs, their expectations, and this will also have a direct impact in your KPIs. And from there, obviously, in your sales, in the short, mid, and long term. Well, let me go really quickly over a few examples. I want to show you just one example because we are, I don't want to take a lot of your time. But this video here is automatically generated based on the structured data provided by a client, by a user, or in this case, a lead. And once that person provides this information, the video is automatically generated. This is a personalized video example, which is one of the things that we do at Pirsonal. And based on all this information, they are able to accelerate the sales process. In this case, this is Flight Center, an OTA. They're able to accelerate the sales process in an industry where you know that there is a lot of competition. And the way they're getting here is by being relevant. So all this video is automatically generated along with other assets, landing pages, images, etc. All these assets are 100% personalized per individual automatically by your platform. So when you are able to integrate personalized marketing, not only with video, but personalized marketing in your marketing automation workflow, manual or automated workflow, you're able to deliver better results. You're able to better communicate with your audiences in a way that is unique according to their needs. And this is all what we're talking about here, being relevant. And this is the only way to actually right now to boost your sales and loyalty. Okay, just a few more things I want to share with you is how a personalized video project works. And obviously this is just a summary of our presentation, my presentation in Hotel and Spa Tech Life. But obviously if you need more information, I'll be more than happy to help you with this. So every personalized video project always starts by defining your business goals, your KPIs, and this is actually crucial. You cannot create a personalized marketing strategy or any other marketing strategy just because it looks cool, just because it is trendy. Nope. You need to start with your business goals. For example, we need more sales, we need more direct sales, or we need to increase our revenue per client, or we need to accelerate our sales, or we need clients that come back, that are loyal, or that have positive opinions about our company, about our hotel, for example, which actually has a direct impact in your pricing strategy, by the way. So based on this, you would be selecting what kind of information you have access to, structured information. Think about it as a web form, as a spreadsheet where you have column A, column B, column C, where every column is basically data that would be will be used to automatically generate the videos, landing pages, images, emails, etc. that will be personalized for or per individual, for each individual. And this would also define your technical workflow. For example, in our case, our platform, the Pirsonal platform, has more than 1,300 integrations with third-party platforms. And we also provide a developer API, which is used by companies to create their custom integrations with our platform. So by doing this, basically, you can create automation workflows like this one here. For example, each time there is a hotel reservation, our platform can automatically generate the personalized, individualized, etc. content. And this content can be then automatically sent by email or by any other communication channel you may use to each individual. And from there, you can even create retargeting, remarketing campaigns. Just to give you an example, one of our clients, they told me last week that they were able to increase, they will increase by 10% more their email opening conversion ratios by creating retargeting campaigns based on the customer behavior. So all this basically this is a simple workflow, obviously, but this is what you do here when you are dealing here with the technical part based on our existing integrations or with any other integrations. Again, everything should be based on your business goals, and from here you will be selecting the type of metadata that you will be attaching to every personalized video, landing page, etc. in order to create the automation workflow we just saw a moment ago. And this would also define your creative assets. As we saw before, for example, in our case, every video is always created from a template, which can be designed specifically for you, and along with the other assets, landing pages, templates, etc. Everything is based on these templates, according to your branding guide, etc. And once everything here has been done, you will be then launching batches or marketing automation campaigns that would help you get some numbers, some results. Then you would come back to your KPIs to make sure that everything is actually working as expected or even better. And if that's not the case, then you will need to work on the maybe email opening rates, or maybe CTRs, or maybe the call to action, maybe the creative concept of the video, the copywriting, etc. I mean, you always need to improve your results. And this is something we recommend. We always recommend working on based on iterations. So once this has been launched, you would come back here to your KPIs to make sure that everything is working fine. If it is not, then you would make the changes, or in our case, would make the changes for you as well. And this would be launched again, and then you would come back to this point 0 again to make sure that once you have data, to make sure that everything went as expected. If it hasn't, then you would do the same, the needed changes, and then you will launch it again, etc., etc. Everything needs to work always based on iterations, based on specific KPIs that you need to improve little by little. This is an example of a data source taking into consideration the textual data like a name and the context, the contextual information. 2 adults and 1 baby don't have the same needs than 1 person. For example, if you're creating an upselling marketing strategy based on personalized video, marketing, etc., maybe in this case you would be suggesting a spa, but maybe here you would be suggesting an all-inclusive experience focused on parents with babies. In my case, with new parents with 2 years old baby, and so all these need to be taken into consideration. And you have a lot more information than what you think, than you might think that you have. For example, you know things beforehand. You know things like name, location, where they're coming from, language, how many nights they're going to be staying if you're talking about a hotel, the type of products that are a better fit for them or for him or for her, etc. If we are talking about days during the week or during the weekend, short or long-term stays, that's a lot of information, contextual and textual information that can be used to create a better marketing according to their needs. So in the end, we are still talking about being relevant. And when you're relevant, you are able to increase your sales and to create more loyal clients, because you are taking into consideration their context, their needs, their expectations, and their budgets, etc. And this is all I wanted to share with you right now. This is a summary, and yeah, so if you need more information, I'll be more than happy to go over this again on a one-to-one basis, and also to answer any questions. So I'll be more than happy to help. We really enjoyed doing this. Thank you very much for your time, and we're gonna be, our next confirmed event is gonna take place in May next year. We're gonna be in IHTF in Mallorca, Spain, actually. And that's an event we are sponsoring as well. It's more private event, but we're going to be there with hotel managers, marketing managers from across Europe and other locations, and it's going to be great. It's our first time in that event, so if it happens, you're going to be there, please let me know so we can have potentially a cup of coffee, grab a cup of coffee together. So yeah, thank you very much for your time. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.